Most men over 60 have no idea that something as simple as the way they drink water every day could be silently sabotaging their erections, draining their energy, and even lowering their testosterone levels. It sounds crazy, water of all things, but the truth is that a few small tweaks to your hydration habits can unlock a whole new level of performance in the bedroom. Imagine going from flimsy confidence to rock-solid certainty, not because of a pill or a fancy gadget, but because you learned to sip smarter. Here's what's coming up. I'm going to show you why your blood really is a hydraulic system, how dehydration turns it into sludge, and the surprising hormone connection you've never heard about. Then I'll reveal the 5 biggest hydration mistakes almost every guy makes and how to avoid them. But that's not all. Later on, you'll learn a lightning-fast 7-second morning ritual that turbocharges your body's own performance switch. By the end of this video, you'll have a step-by-step blueprint for a daily water routine, so powerful it feels like you've turned back the clock on your vitality. So if you're ready to stop blaming age and start reclaiming your strength, drop a 1 in the comments right now to let me know you're here. Because what you do with your next glass of water could change everything. Let's dive in. Establishing authority and empathy. I'm Dr. Henry Carter, a board-certified urologist and men's health specialist with over 30 years of experience helping guys just like you reclaim their vitality and confidence. I've sat across from thousands of men in their 60s, 70s, and beyond, men who felt frustrated, embarrassed, and convinced that their best years were behind them. I know the disappointment of counting on a pill that promises the world but delivers only anxiety and side effects. Here's the thing, age isn't the enemy, neglecting the small everyday habits is. Everybody has an incredible capacity to heal and perform even past 60 as long as we give it the right tools. And water, something most of us take for granted, is one of the most powerful yet overlooked tools available. I've devoted my career to uncovering the simple, actionable changes that create real, lasting results without risky procedures or expensive medications. My patients aren't lab rats. They're real men with families, careers, and lives they want to live to the fullest. And time and again, I've seen how a few smart tweaks to hydration can lead to firmer, longer-lasting erections, boosted energy levels, and a renewed sense of self. So if you're ready for an expert-backed, no-nonsense approach that respects your time and your health, you're in the right place. In the next section, we'll dive into how your body really functions as a hydraulic system and why keeping it properly lubricated is the secret to unlocking peak performance. Stay with me. How hydration powers. Your hydraulic system, your body's circulatory system, works a lot like a hydraulic engine. And at its core, blood is more than 90% water. Think of water as the oil that keeps your engine running smoothly. Without it, everything grinds down. When you're properly hydrated, your blood stays thin and fluid, easily coursing through arteries, capillaries, and tiny vessels to deliver exactly what your tissues need. But when you're dehydrated, that same blood turns thick and sluggish, forcing your heart to pump harder just to maintain flow. And the areas that matter most for sexual performance are the first to feel the pinch. An erection is a purely mechanical event. Arteries in the penis dilate, chambers fill with blood, pressure builds, and firmness follows. It's the body's own hydraulic response, and it depends entirely on 2 things: blood volume and blood flow. Picture trying to inflate a balloon with a clogged nozzle. No matter how much air you push, it won't expand properly. That's exactly what happens when dehydration slows your circulation. Even mild dehydration, losing just 1/10 to 2% of your body's water, can reduce blood volume enough to weaken the firmness of an erection. You might not notice you're dehydrated until you see the effects: less rigidity, slower response, or reduced staying power. It's not your fault that you didn't spot the connection between your daily coffee habit or skipped water breaks and your fading bedroom performance. Most guys never realize how directly fluid balance impacts every aspect of vascular health. Here's the simple biology: water makes up your plasma, the liquid component of blood. When you're short on water, your plasma volume drops, red blood cells get crowded, and viscosity climbs. That thickened blood creates resistance in your vessels. As resistance goes up, flow goes down, the very opposite of what you need for a strong, lasting erection. And it's a vicious cycle, because reduced blood flow makes you feel fatigued, which in turn lowers your motivation to stay active and keep hydrated. Contrast that with healthy hydration. Every sip you take supports optimal plasma volume, promotes smooth, efficient circulation, and helps maintain peak blood pressure. Your heart doesn't have to work overtime, and your vessels stay flexible and responsive. When it's time for arousal, your body can redirect blood precisely where it needs to go, and you experience firmness and duration that match your intentions. This isn't abstract theory. It's basic physics and physiology that apply to every man over 60 in age when natural fluid reserves dwindle and thirst signals grow weaker. By understanding your body as a hydraulic system and keeping it properly lubricated, you lay the foundation for everything else. We'll cover hormonal, health, nutrient delivery, and that all-important morning performance trick. In the next section, you'll meet Jim, a 68-year-old former high school coach whose hydration overhaul took just 2 weeks and put the spring back in his step and the confidence back in his bedroom. His story proves that once you optimize the simplest element, water, the rest of your body follows suit. Stay with me. Case study: Jim's 2-week turnaround. Jim was 68, a retired high school coach who spent decades coaching kids on the field and barely a moment coaching himself on hydration. He'd start his mornings with a cup of coffee, grab a soda at lunch, and rely on whatever water he remembered to gulp down between errands. When he first came to see me, he looked tired, defeated, and he admitted his bedroom performance had flatlined. He assumed it was just age catching up. I asked him one simple question: "How much water are you really drinking?" He laughed and said, "Honestly, Doc, I probably drink more beer than water." That's when we decided to run a simple experiment: swap Jim's erratic sipping for a consistent, mindful routine. No supplements, no procedures, just water spaced out in small, steady sips throughout the day. On day 1, I had Jim measure out 6 8-ounce glasses of room temperature water and commit to drinking 1 glass every 2 hours, even if he didn't feel thirsty. He also sat down for each glass, giving his body time to absorb rather than gulping on the go. By the end of week 1, Jim reported feeling noticeably more energetic, his midday slump had nearly vanished, and he woke up feeling refreshed rather than groggy. But the real test came in week 2. 2 weeks after starting his new hydration schedule, Jim walked back into my office with a grin I hadn't seen before. "Doc," he said, "I don't know what changed, but things downstairs are working like they used to, and then some." His blood pressure had improved, his morning erections were firmer, and he felt a renewed sense of confidence. Jim's turnaround wasn't magic, it was physics. By keeping his blood thin and well supplied, he restored the hydraulic efficiency that drives an erection. His story shows how even modest shifts in when and how you drink can yield dramatic results many men assume require prescriptions or surgery. If you've been struggling with lackluster performance, Jim's experience is proof that the solution can be as simple as a glass of water, and this is just the beginning. Next, we'll explore how hydration directly influences your hormone levels, specifically testosterone, and why getting enough water could be the missing key to reigniting your drive. The hormone connection: hydration and testosterone. What most men don't realize is that hydration doesn't just affect your circulation, it has a profound impact on your hormone production, especially testosterone. When your body senses low fluid levels, it shifts into survival mode, prioritizing essential functions like blood pressure and temperature regulation over reproduction and libido. That hormonal tug-of-war can leave your testosterone tank running on empty. Take Walter, for example, a 72-year-old widower who came in complaining he just didn't feel like himself. His energy was low, his mood flat, and his desire had all but vanished. When we ran his labs, his testosterone was below average, and the culprit: long-term chronic dehydration. No disease, no medication side effects, just simply not enough water. Here's the biology: dehydration triggers an increase in cortisol, your body's stress hormone. Cortisol and testosterone operate on a seesaw. When one goes up, the other must go down. Elevated cortisol levels tell your system that survival is more important than sex. So testosterone production slows. Over time, low testosterone feeds back into lower motivation, reduced muscle mass, and even cognitive fog. On the flip side, proper hydration helps maintain healthy cortisol levels, keeping that seesaw balanced. Studies show that men who drink sufficient water have better stress resilience and higher baseline testosterone levels than those who are habitually dehydrated. It's not a replacement for medical therapy, but it's a foundational step you can control immediately. When Walter committed to a simple hydration routine, drinking at least 8 glasses of water a day, spaced evenly and at room temperature, his labs told the story. A month later, his cortisol had dropped into the normal range, and his testosterone rebounded to a level he hadn't seen in years. More importantly, Walter told me he felt alive again. His energy, mood, and desire all came roaring back, but the hormone benefits of hydration go deeper. Water supports the function of your kidneys and liver, two organs critical for hormone regulation. When these organs are well hydrated, they clear excess hormones and metabolic byproducts more efficiently, creating the optimal environment for testosterone biosynthesis. Adequate hydration also ensures proper nutrient delivery to your endocrine glands, supplying the raw materials needed for hormone production. So if you've been blaming low T on age alone, consider this dehydration could be the hidden culprit dragging down your testosterone. By prioritizing consistent mindful water intake, you not only enhance your circulation, you create the hormonal balance necessary for stronger libido, muscle tone, and mental clarity. In the next section, we'll uncover the top 5 hydration mistakes that can secretly undermine all this progress. Mistakes even health-conscious men make every single day. Avoiding these pitfalls will ensure your hydration strategy truly delivers the hormone and performance boost you're after. Top 5 hydration mistakes that cancel out your gains. Even when you're trying to do everything right, a few hidden habits can quietly undo your progress. Here are the 5 most common hydration mistakes that virtually every guy makes and how they sabotage your circulation, hormones, and performance. Gulping ice-cold water. Only when you're thirsty, waiting until you're parched, and then downing a cold bottle of water floods your system too quickly. Your body can only absorb a small amount at once, so most of it simply passes through without delivering maximum benefit. Worse, ice-cold water constricts blood vessels, a direct hit to the very circulation you're trying to improve. Relying on coffee and alcohol as your primary fluids. Caffeine and alcohol are diuretics. They pull water out of your system faster than you can replace it. That morning cup of joe and evening nightcap may feel good in the moment, but they are quietly dehydrating you, elevating cortisol and thinning out the plasma you need for a firm erection. Drinking water immediately after water. Rich foods. Chugging water right after eating fruits like watermelon or oranges or heavy salads dilutes digestive enzymes and slows nutrient absorption. When your digestive process is compromised, your body can't extract minerals like magnesium and sodium, minerals essential for nerve function and muscle contraction, including the muscles that control penile blood flow. Overhydration and mineral flush. Yes, you can drink too much water. When you down excessive amounts in a short time, you flush out vital electrolytes, sodium, potassium, magnesium, that regulate nerve impulses and blood vessel tone. An imbalance in these minerals leads to muscle fatigue, cramps, and weakened vascular response, all of which can dampen your performance. Chugging on the go instead of mindful sipping, rushing through a water bottle while standing or walking, means your body treats it like a flood, triggering a rapid keep or pass response rather than maximizing absorption. By contrast, slow mindful sips while seated engage your parasympathetic response, your body's rest and digest mode, optimizing water uptake and circulation. Each of these mistakes alone can chip away at your improvements, and combined they can completely cancel out the benefits of a great hydration plan. Recognizing and correcting them is crucial if you want to build on the foundation you've already set. In the next section, we'll dive into the science-backed benefits of proper hydration, from measurable improvements in vascular health to enhanced mood and cognitive clarity, and see how men everywhere are reclaiming their vigor simply by sipping smarter. Science-backed benefits of proper hydration. When you commit to proper hydration, steady sipping of room temperature water, mindful timing, and balanced mineral intake, your body doesn't just feel better, you can measure the improvements. Clinical studies on older adults consistently show that maintaining optimal fluid balance reduces blood viscosity, increases arterial flexibility, and lowers resting blood pressure. In one trial, men over 60 who improved their hydration status saw a 15% increase in flow-mediated dilation of the brachial artery, a direct marker of vascular health critical for sustaining erections. But the vascular gains are only part of the story. Your kidneys and liver, two organs vital for hormone regulation, perform far more efficiently when they're well hydrated. Research demonstrates that adequate water intake enhances glomerular filtration rate and supports hepatic clearance of metabolic byproducts. In practical terms, this means your body can more effectively recycle and balance testosterone and clear excess cortisol, creating an internal environment primed for sexual health. Hydration also has profound effects on brain function. Neuroscience studies reveal that even mild dehydration, losing as little as 1% of body water, impairs concentration, mood stability, and reaction time. Conversely, properly hydrated seniors report sharper mental clarity, reduced anxiety, and more stable emotional states. Since sexual performance relies on both physical and psychological factors, arousal, confidence, focus, maintaining fluid balance allows your brain to deliver the right neurotransmitters and hormones at the right time. Let's look at Carl, a 70-year-old engineer who followed a targeted hydration protocol for 6 weeks. His lab results showed a 20% decrease in systolic blood pressure and a 12% improvement in endothelial function. Subjectively, Carl reported firmer morning erections, fewer energy slumps, and even clearer skin, proof that water's benefits extend well beyond your circulatory system. And it's not just isolated case studies. Large-scale epidemiological data link higher daily water intake with reduced incidence of erectile dysfunction, lower rates of metabolic syndrome, and improved overall quality of life in men over 65. These aren't coincidences, they're the predictable outcomes of maintaining plasma volume, preserving electrolyte balance, and supporting every organ system that contributes to sexual vitality. By understanding the science, how hydration improves blood flow, hormone regulation, and brain performance, you can appreciate why this simple habit is the cornerstone of every other strategy we'll discuss. It's the engine oil, the cooling system, and the fuel all in one. Up next, you'll learn a powerful 7-second morning trick that naturally boosts your nitric oxide levels, supercharging those vessels for peak performance throughout the day. Stay tuned, because when you combine that trick with proper hydration, you're giving your body permission to perform at its very best. The 7-second nitric oxide morning trick. There's a reason morning is called the most powerful time of day. Your body has spent hours in repair and reset mode, and those first few minutes after waking are a golden window to set your physiology. What if I told you that just 7 seconds of a simple breathing and movement exercise could boost your nitric oxide levels naturally? Your body's own performance switch for blood vessel dilation. Here's how it works. Nitric oxide is a signaling molecule that tells your arteries to relax and open wider, letting blood flow freely to every tissue, especially the ones that matter most during intimacy. Over decades, factors like poor diet, sedentary habits, and yes, dehydration can blunt your nitric oxide production. But there's a fast, drug-free way to flip the switch back on each morning. First, sit on the edge of your bed with your feet flat on the floor, spine straight, and shoulders relaxed. Place one hand on your lower abdomen and the other over your heart. Take a deep inhale through your nose for a count of 4, feeling your diaphragm expand beneath your hand. Hold that breath for 2 seconds. This pause primes your cells to uptake oxygen more efficiently. Then exhale forcefully through pursed lips for a count of 6, as if you're fogging up a mirror. On that exhale, gently press your hands inward, one hand into your belly, one into your chest, engaging your deep core muscles. That short burst of core engagement, combined with a controlled exhale, stimulates the enzyme nitric oxide synthase, triggering a rapid release of nitric oxide into your bloodstream. Repeat this cycle 2 more times, 4 breaths total, and you've completed your 7-second performance ritual. Within minutes, you'll notice a sense of lightness in your chest and a subtle warmth in your fingertips, signs that your vessels are opening and circulation is improving. Greg, a 71-year-old patient who'd already mastered his hydration routine, told me he felt like someone flipped the lights back on after just a week of doing this exercise each morning. His erections became firmer, his energy surged, and he approached his day with renewed confidence. Best of all, it doesn't require any equipment or extra time, just a deliberate breath and a squeeze. When you combine this 7-second nitric oxide boost with your optimized hydration plan, it's like greasing the gears and cranking the engine to life. Your vessels stay relaxed, your blood flows more freely throughout the day, and you're primed for peak performance whenever the moment calls. Next, we'll tie everything together into a simple 5-step daily hydration blueprint that ensures every sip you take compounds these benefits, giving you consistent control over your circulation hormones and overall vitality. Stay with me, your best performance is just ahead. Your 5-step daily hydration blueprint. Let's turn all of these insights into a simple, actionable routine you can start right now. Follow these 5 steps each day and your body will thank you with smoother circulation, balanced hormones, and sustained energy. Step 1, morning kickstart. Within 30 minutes of waking, drink 1 full 8-ounce glass of room temperature water while sitting up straight. This jumpstarts your plasma volume after a night's sleep, helps stabilize blood pressure, and rehydrates your brain for sharper focus. Add a pinch of sea salt if you want an extra mineral boost, but the key is consistency. Make this your first daily ritual. Step 2, mid-morning mineral reset. About 2 to 3 hours later, sip another 8 ounces again, seated and at a leisurely pace. This is the perfect time to pair your water with gentle movement. Stand up, stretch your arms overhead, and let the water flow down your throat. The mild stretch engages your core and primes blood vessels throughout your torso, enhancing absorption and circulation. Step 3, pre-lunch steady sips. 30 minutes before lunch, drink your 3rd glass of water slowly in small 2-3 ounce sips. By preloading before your meal, you'll improve digestive function without diluting enzymes. Avoid drinking right after you finish eating. This step keeps your blood volume topped up so that nutrient delivery from your meal translates quickly into energy and hormonal support. Step 4, afternoon awakener. Skip the afternoon coffee run and opt for a seated, mindful glass of water instead. Between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m., when energy slumps often hit, take your 4th 8 ounces, breathing deeply as you sip. Focus on relaxing your shoulders and lengthening your spine. This pause both rehydrates you and shifts your nervous system into parasympathetic mode, giving you a natural boost in mood and motivation without the crash of caffeine. Step 5, early evening wind down. Finish your hydration routine at least 1 hour before bedtime to avoid sleep disruptions. During dinner prep or the first part of your meal, enjoy your 5th and final glass, again slowly and seated. This supports healthy overnight hormone cycles and ensures your kidneys can rest while you sleep. If you feel thirsty later, take very small sips but avoid large amounts to protect sleep quality. Bonus tips for maximizing absorption. Temperature matters. Always choose room temperature or slightly warm water over ice cold. Mindful posture. Sitting down and breathing deeply with each sip signals your body to absorb rather than flush. Timing with meals. Aim for at least a 30-minute buffer before and after eating to optimize digestion and mineral uptake. Electrolyte balance. Once or twice a week, add a pinch of sea salt or a squeeze of lemon to replenish trace minerals. Track your intake. Use a marked bottle or a simple app to ensure you hit 5 glasses daily and adjust upward if you exercise or sweat heavily. By following this 5-step blueprint, you transform water from a passive habit into a strategic performance tool. Each glass builds on the last, maintaining plasma volume, supporting hormone balance, and keeping your vessels primed for peak function. Within days, you'll notice steadier energy, firmer erections, and a clearer mind. Stick with this plan for at least 2 weeks to break old patterns and cement new ones. Then watch as your body and confidence continues to rise glass by glass. Conclusion. You've learned that hydration isn't just a side note in your health. It's the cornerstone of circulation, hormone balance, and mental clarity that powers everything you do, including peak performance in the bedroom. From understanding your body as a hydraulic system to harnessing a 7-second nitric oxide trick, every insight builds on one simple truth. True vitality flows from consistent, mindful water intake. Remember Jim's 2-week turnaround, Walter's hormonal rebound, and Carl's measurable vascular gains. These aren't one-off successes. They're proof that small strategic tweaks to your hydration habits can unlock a new level of strength, confidence, and intimacy, even in your 60s and beyond. Here's your path forward. Commit to the 5-step daily hydration blueprint. Pair it with the twice-daily Nitric Oxide morning ritual. Avoid the 5 common hydration mistakes. Stay consistent for at least 2 weeks. Your age is not a limitation. It's an opportunity to treat your body with the respect and care it deserves. Every sip you take is an investment in better blood flow, balanced hormones, and sharper focus. It's about reclaiming the man you know. You can be strong, energized, and confident. If you're ready to make this change, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss another life-changing health tip. Drop a 1 in the comments if you're committing to this routine today and share your progress so we can celebrate your wins together. Stay hydrated, stay strong. Your best years and best performance are still ahead, one glass at a time.